Okay.
Are we recording?
Tip toucher. Whoa. Whoa. Yeah. Tip toucher.
How was you had a good vacation, it sounded like. You did skiing and...
Whoa. Tip.
I had a good trip
toucher.
in Bend.
Yeah, how was Bend?
It's really pretty. I could see myself living down in Bend, actually.
Yeah, eventually.
Yeah, like next week.
When's
Like, I was looking at houses.
in 7 days?
Yeah.
How much does a house down in Bend cost?
I don't know. I mean, as much as houses anywhere cost, I suppose.
Yeah, but that number is different depending on the place.
Oh, it seemed pretty close, actually, to around where I am.
Okay. I will investigate that, and maybe I can get a place right by you.
Yeah, I mean, it's expensive, I think. It's one of these, like, up-and-coming places.
Did you go on any adventures?
Went on a hike one day. That's about it. Mostly, I checked out their food. That place is great for restaurants.
Yeah.
Every 10 feet, there's a goddamn pub. It's all craft beer all the time.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and you don't even.
I don't like beer, but I like pub food.
Oh yeah, what's not to fucking like?
Yeah.
I mean,
so
that's
I was actually just as happy as someone probably who does like beer.
no,
Maybe not.
nope.
But they do have dispensaries down there.
Do they?
Yeah, they do. It's legal. They can't do everything that we can do up here. Like, they can't sell edibles. But they can sell plants.
Medibles.
They can sell the plant.
Yeah, different states have approached that in a different way.
It was like walking into a nursery.
For drugs.
Yeah, like, hey, you just want to buy a plant? Like,
Yeah.
I can't take that on the plane.
Yeah, and exactly. It's like, sell a man a sticky bud,
Right.
and
he'll toke for
or whatever.
one, I don't know.
I'm sure
Teach a
there's
man to harvest bud.
I'm sure that there is something going on there.
Probably. Yeah, shout out to Tokyo Starfish in Bend.
Tokyo.
That was the name of the place
Lord.
I went. Oh, and dogs. Everybody has a fucking dog down there.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Did you bring your dog?
No. We flew, and so I didn't want to bring my dog. But I went to the dog park with our friends that we were down there with.
Yeah.
And it was truly bizarre. Like, this dog park culture, I did not really understand.
What's it about?
You go in there, and you let the dogs off the leash, and then you just are supposed to stand around and talk to these other dog people about dogs. How great dogs are.
Well, that's what we found. That's what we knew this from before. But you have a dog now, aren't you?
I like my dog.
But hold on. But are you not like a dog person?
I'm not like these people. This was weird shit. This is like a fucking leash party where you like drop your leash in and then you take some random dog home. Like, it was like kinky dog shit.
The dog is like a proxy.
Yeah, we're going home with a husky tonight. I mean, I don't know how that. They were just all complimenting each other's dogs and like, oh, what a beautiful dog, and look at that dog.
I have to say, I'm a little surprised that Tokyo Starfish is not in Urban Dictionary.
Oh, they told me how they got it.
How did they get it?
They went to Tokyo. It's like these snowboarders. So everyone who lives in Bend is like a retired fucking snowboarder.
Oh, you see this?
Olympic athlete of some kind.
Well, we were up in, like, where we went was just sort of up at the base of Crystal Mountain.
Yeah.
And there's just a place that the kids like down there. They have like a warm pool.
Oh, nice. In the cold? Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet.
It's just urine.
Yeah, at that point.
Sure.
Urine temperature, exactly to a T. That's
Wow.
interesting. But when we were up there doing that stuff, all the little towns that are up there, it's like the place that sells snowboards or whatever. I mean, you can tell that it's like that's what you do. Like, after you've had a life of it,
right?
Then you enable others.
Then you retire to a place like that.
Right.
Yeah, so these guys retired to Bend, but they had been in Tokyo at one point, and they were staying at the top of some crazy hotel. And when they looked down, like, all these streets came together to form what they thought looked like a starfish, but they admitted that they were high on mushrooms at the time. And then they dared one of their friends to go down and lay in the middle of the intersection like a starfish. And so then when they came back to Bend, they started Tokyo Starfish.
And they were like, well, if you had to be there, I guess.
Yeah, these guys seem to have a pretty good thing going.
Yeah. It seems
They were real happy.
It seems like a good situation for them. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
But yeah, I don't like dogs as much as these people like their dogs.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say because it didn't automatically happen. It is not the dog that's doing it; it's the person.
Yeah, I enjoy my dog and I like having a dog, but I'm not going to talk to you about your dog.
Yeah, like Scott is a dog person,
Yes,
right?
he will go and talk about dogs
To others.
Yeah,
The language, the child language.
it's really weird.
That surrounds dog ownership. Because I grew up with dogs too.
Yeah,
The child language that surrounds dog ownership, I find novel. Bird, what the fuck are you doing?
Bird is back on the escalator again.
Fuck. Bird, Robin Redbreast,
So you're going to wear your tux tomorrow night, right?
get up in my shit all the time. Yeah.
I am too. That's my plan.
Well, you're literally looking at my tux,
I
right?
see it right here. It's in my way, actually.
Yeah. I've been inconvenienced by your finery.
Yeah, I'm really excited for tomorrow night.
I think it'll be interesting.
Yeah.
I hope that there's a real movie.
What do you mean?
I hope that there weren't just like a couple of promotional stills.
Oh, well, it's like 20 minutes of content. They got to be doing something.
What's that? You don't think it's a dangerous lure?
I don't think so. You think they're luring us down there to kill us?
Well, I don't know what their intentions are.
It's a pretty elaborate murder
Well,
attempt.
I agree, but it's like if you're gonna go through with it, go all in. Does that change your excitement at all?
No. The sweet release of death is just as enticing.
It's my earned reward.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Stripwise, we've got
Yeah, there was an interview with this
this bird.
110-year-old woman in Spokane.
Jesus.
She's 110, and the interviewer this morning was asking her. She's like, "You're 110 years old. That's so amazing, and your whole family is coming over today to throw you a birthday party. Are you excited for your party?" And she goes, "Not in the least." and then the interviewer's like, "Oh, well, 110 is pretty amazing. I mean, what do you attribute to your longevity?" She goes, "I don't fight it." Like, all right, what do you like to do? Like, how do you like to spend your days? Just napping or whiskey?
This is I mean, what are you gonna do to her?
Nothing. Yeah, her caregiver is like, yeah, she likes to do straight shots of whiskey and take naps.
Yeah, I mean, what?
All right.
You have no power over this woman.
No.
I mean, it's just like you're tall there for a few decades, and then you just sort of crumple like a submarine in a trench. You just become small.
You excited for your birthday? Not in the least.
That's incredible, man. I gotta pull that up. But yeah, I got nothing. I have got nothing but love
Yeah.
for that crew. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
I harvest it. I just ask them random questions about shit. I just want to know what's going on. I want them to tell me.
Because they give it to you straight.
No one
You can't
else,
hurt them.
No one else can tell you. No one else is empowered to tell you real things.
Yeah.
Yes. So this bird, obviously,
It's a problem. He's going to bust through this window one of these days. He keeps at it like this.
yeah, we're gonna have to get him a little bird desk. Yeah, he's
going to
back.
work in here.
He's back. He's already working here. He's just a contractor. The only
He is.
question,
He's
the only
just sitting
question
right
is whether
there.
or not. The only question is whether or not we're going to put him on full time.
Why does he want to get in here so bad?
I don't know, but it's like I've never been this close to a bird.
It's really weird. He's like right on the other side of the window.
Yeah, and he's like, do you see him like craning his neck, like looks right, trying to look between the slats?
You know what you should do is open the blinds. I wonder if that would change anything about the window. Like if he would.
Yeah, but dude, if this bird stops coming in, what's my life going to be about?
No. Yeah, just open it like that.
What's that?
Open it like that and let's see what he does.
Because does he think that he can get in here and like claim his rightful throne? Like,
Maybe.
does he like? Does it seem like a place he can go? And he's like, hell yeah.
I don't know what he's thinking. It seems like he wants to get to something on the roof almost.
Oh, maybe there's something up higher.
I don't know why he's not just flying up there.
There's a lot we don't know about.
There's a lot I don't know about birds.
Here, well, we'll leave that there. We'll see. I wonder if he'll just switch over to the other closed blinds.
Maybe.
Because when you weren't here, he was just like switching windows every 5 minutes or so. All right, Bird. Okay, so we got Boyd's. And the division will be down in 8 or 9 days.
Yeah, that'll be great. A Fire Emblem's out today. I'm going to download that when I get home.
Yeah, I want to know more. The game for this trip is going to be SteamWorld Heist, I think. And goddamn, so have you had a chance to mess around with XCOM at all?
You know what? Because it ran so poorly, it broke that initial couple days is where I decide if I like a game.
I talked about that in the post.
I saw that, yeah. And it's
dangerous how dangerous those initial problems are.
Yeah, I mean, I've just had no desire to go back to it. I assume there's been patches.
There's been one of what they call a hot fix, but I think of a hot fix as solving different sorts of problems than their hot fix.
Now he's just going to kill himself against this window. Do you see how hard he flew into it?
Well, yeah. It's because you gotta want it. You gotta want it.
Oh, man.
Do you want it, Bird?
You want it bad enough? He's going to bust through here like the Kool-Aid man.
Yeah, well, okay, come on back over and see us, Bird. What you got? Come say hi. We got a sill.
And I tried to play some Street Fighter, but I honestly could not parse their opening menu. It's like...
Was it like one of those sorceress puzzle boxes?
Yeah, it's just fucking panels everywhere.
Yeah, I know that Keek and Koo were playing it.
Yeah.
I mean, I imagine that's pretty entertaining to watch already. I love to fucking look at it.
It looks great. Yeah.
God. It drives a motherfucker wild.
But if you're like, oh man, I haven't played Street Fighter in a long time, I'd like to do some Dragon Punches, and you remember a menu where there was just like a picture of each character, and you would pick the one you wanted to play, that's not the case anymore.
Well, yeah, I mean, you used to just be able to pull up the menu, choose your racial stereotype,
right,
and just jump right in.
Town.
Now you're saying that there is some thin film between the player and the
looked
game.
Complex.
It's like,
and there's no arcade mode, which seems
what
weird.
What do you mean?
I mean, there's no just like, hey, I'm going to pick a player and fight guys. There's story mode, which I did for Ken. It was like, I don't know, 4 fights. It was over.
And then somebody came in, and they were like, hey, Ken, you're a huge asshole.
Yeah.
All your shit is dumb. And then he's like, nuh-uh. And then he just beats the shit out of him.
You have to fight him, yeah, basically. But yeah, there was no just like arcade mode.
Yeah, Capcom is saying arcade mode is on its way.
Oh.
Maybe. Let's see. They're looking into adding arcade mode. Well, what the
I guess I think of that as Street Fighter. That's my Street Fighter experience.
Right. So it's basically...
We're looking at adding fighting. It's coming in a hot fix.
Well, we're looking at adding street fighting.
We're looking at adding Street Fighter to Street Fighter 5. We're in the process of examining possibilities.
Yeah. So basically what you want to do is jump in there with a character.
And street fight.
And fight on the street.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
Which, I mean, you got to admit is weird.
I guess.
That's a weird thing for you to do.
Yeah. Not in this game.
Yeah, I'd love to get out. We should get out there into the front room and check it out.
Sure.
But, let's see.
Well, I wonder if it'll be one of our first 15.
Oh, why not?
Could be.
Oh, that's a great solution.
Yeah.
Because we'll just get them sticks.
Yeah, you should mail Josh and just have him put it on that PS4 real quick.
I know that Robert has a PS4 disc for Street Fighter on his desk.
Oh, well then...
Right?
It's even easier.
Oh, boy. All right, perfect.
Oh, you know what I started?
I don't.
I started this Digimon RPG. What is it called? Digimon, like Investigations or
Digimon Adventure?
No, I don't. It's not called Digimon Adventure.
Cyber Sleuth?
Sliber Sleuth.
Sliber Sleuth?
Sliber Sleuth.
Sliber.
That's what it's called.
And it's on PS4?
It's on PS4. And, I guess I never really knew what Digimon was. I just thought it was like shitty Pokemon.
Well, you know what you thought it was?
What?
GoBots.
Yeah, I thought it was GoBots.
Yep.
It's way cooler than I thought.
This screen looks kind of sweet.
Yeah, I played through the first part of it, and it's got a really good sci-fi hook, actually. I was surprised.
So that I assume that's connected in some way with the Digimon?
Yeah, it's very much like Snow Crash. There's like this place called Eden, which is like a virtual commerce social hub where you can just live out your life.
Weird. Like hooked into it?
Yeah, you're plugged in. But it's infected by these viruses that are
creatures?
sort of materialize as monsters. Digital monsters, Jerry.
If you will.
Or, as I like to call them, Digimon.
Digimorn.
Yeah, and you are a hacker who has the ability to control these viruses.
To collect them.
To collect them and battle them.
And to care for them.
Yeah. But it's also just like a pretty classic turn-based RPG, which is nice.
Sure. So they're leveling up, and I assume they evolve and...
Yeah, they do all that. They digivolve. They can also digi-de-evolve, which is odd.
Why would they do that?
I don't know. I haven't seen that happen yet, but I was warned about it.
So they digi-devolve?
I think it's digi-de-evolve.
I don't.
Or maybe it's digi-devolve.
Oh, here. So hold on. So if we go to the Digimon wiki, I can see that we have something called Digivolution.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm going to read this.
Okay.
And it's going to make me sound like a crazy person.
Let's hear it.
In all Digimon series, a Digimon will usually shout out its type of Digivolution immediately before Digivolving, and then shout out its new name completely after. Examples include Agumon Digivolve to Greymon, and Imperial Dramon mode change to Fighter mode. See, but there's also, you're right, there's a Digi-de-evolution.
Yeah, see, you gotta watch out for that shit.
Now, have you... Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm falling into a hole here.
I just started, so I don't have a lot of experience with Digimon, but I was surprised at how cool it was, actually.
There has to be something there, right? Like Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah,
there
exactly.
has to be something. Like, what I know from Yu-Gi-Oh! Is just from, like, the digital versions of the games.
Yeah.
And it's of the card games. And it's really interesting. Like, that's a crazy-ass system. Jesus Christ. I gotta get out of here. I can't be in this hole. I gotta get out of this hole. But for some reason, I think of Digimon as being more for kids, like little kids.
I thought that too, but it's actually, I think, skewed much older.
Really?
I mean,
it's more serious?
Yeah, the whole story and everything.
Well, you know what? And those kids are older, too.
Yeah, that's true.
Like the age range, like when you look at the art and how they're presenting the characters,
yeah,
that's more of a teenager than like the immortal vampire child Ash. Get the fuck out of here, bird.
Yeah, it's felt to me like a more teen
scene.
So
did you get a garment bag?
I did. I ordered a garment bag that should be delivered today.
Did you go as I did to garmentbags.com or garmentbagsforless.com?
No. Sounds like I should have checked with you
paid too
first.
much.
I paid $9.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah. So
there's lots of comic opportunities.
Oh hell yeah! It's a target-rich environment, as they say. If we did a comic sort of about the Division, but not really. There's probably room to do it after you've had a chance.
Assuming I ever get a chance to play it.
Yeah. And you will. We'll take a look at it later. Who knows what's going on?
I should be able to play it tonight, because when we fly out tomorrow morning.
Yes, tonight. At home, you'll be able to grab it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's weird. Okay, so I'm back on Street Fighter. So there's no detailed Mortal Kombat style narrative. That's coming as part of a free cinematic story expansion update. God, you know what's funny? I bet that the fighting game community, sometimes termed the FGC, I bet they don't give a shit about the stuff that we give a shit about.
Probably not. No. I mean, they're playing that game in a much different way than a casual player would.
Well, yeah, I mean, I would argue that a game that has the rest of that stuff is actually not especially useful to them.
Yeah.
They would much rather have it be a balanced, like, clean online experience. But honestly...
Which it sounds like it didn't have either.
Well, yeah, but they didn't get that either. I mean, just in terms of, like, on paper, I think this is most of what they want.
Yeah, I guess there's no penalty for leaving a fight.
Oh, yeah, I had read about that. Also.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people say that the game is basically unfinished, but is it because it doesn't have these other features that we think of as synonymous, right? If you did a Soul Calibur and it didn't have all the awesome kata type modes, right?
Well, to me, it's just the lack of an arcade mode seems insane to me.
Yeah. Well,
every fighting game has an arcade mode.
Well, exactly, but the best part about that, right, is that you wouldn't even think that you had to enunciate that.
Yeah, I think of it as just
you think of it as Street Fighter.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was reading tweets from Jeff Gerstmann.
Yeah.
Gerstmania. Experience it. And it's like, his thing is that like he's playing, he can't really play it 100% of the time the way that he wants, but he's like thinking about it all the time. So it's like they've done something right. Yeah, this is visually it's bewitching.
Yeah, I only played through Ken's maybe 4 story fights. It was bad. But I loved the way it looked.
Yeah.
And it felt really good.
Right, but are there enough Street Fighters like at that tier to make an offering that doesn't include that mainstream stuff?
I don't know. I guess now that they're combining the PC and console player bases, maybe, but I can't imagine that there were that many PC players who were hardcore SF fans.
Well, yeah. So they can play against each other?
Yeah, there's cross-platform play
on
now.
PS4 and PC, maybe, right?
I think on everything. That's the impression I got.
Usually there's it's exclusive. This says it's exclusive to PS4 and PC, so that's everything.
Oh, okay.
But you know what? That story is like 2 years old. Let me go to the actual shit. Yeah, it's on Linux.
Huh.
It's on Linux, and it's not on Xbox.
That's funny.
Hell yeah, it is. Jesus Christ. But yeah, usually, I wonder what kind of a machine you'd need to run that.
Street Fighter?
Yeah, exactly. Like I don't think of it as being.
I can't imagine it would be crazy, but
yeah, but I don't know. It's one thing with the different controllers, but I wonder how that community feels about that. That multi-platform play is something publishers like, I think, for the most part.
Right. But they released a Street Fighter stick for the PC.
USB?
I assume so, yeah.
Ah, well, yeah, let's... So what do we want to do here? Fire Emblem,
which I don't know anything about yet.
Yeah.
Street Fighter, which I know enough to know that it's frustrating. And Digimon,
and this weird bird
is exciting.
Yeah. No. I wonder if it has something to do with the fact that, like, we both thought it was for a younger set. Even then, I guess it's just slightly older.
Yeah.
It's like, no, it's not for 12-year-olds.
It's for 13-year-olds.
It's for 13-year-olds. That makes all the difference in the world.
Yeah. But we both did think it was GoBots.
That's true. We thought it was the thinned out version, right?
Yeah.
God, yeah, some of those GoBots, I swear to God, you just turn them over and they're robots. Like, there's not
a lot going on.
There's no transformation of any kind.
I remember the only GoBot I remember having was like this gray jet.
Yeah, that's Leader 1.
Leader 1, was that his name?
I'm sure. I don't know. For someone who professes to hate them, I certainly know a lot about the GoBots. Like, a lot.
I think I had one GoBot.
Yeah, I would watch any goddamn thing.
Right.
Right?
Right.
Anything that had robots that turned into shit.
I just remember he had this pointy head. Looked really stupid.
Oh, it's super pointy. It's one of the pointiest heads. And there was that, like, motorcycle jerk.
See, I don't remember him. I was not as into GoBots.
Yeah, I guess they had that crazy ass... They had that combiner with the cars.
Yeah. I was into Transformers. And Centurions.
Did you like Centurions?
I did. I liked Ace
I know what it is. Are you ready? You got it?
It's Ace Mc something?
Yep.
McClendon?
No. Think about the
McCloud.
Sky. Think about the sky.
It's Ace McCloud.
His name is Ace McCloud.
And then there was the tank guy, the green guy, who was... Oh, what was his name? I don't remember his name.
Granite Landsman. God, I love those fucking Centurions, man.
All that shit would plug onto him.
Oh my God. And it's like, how do they call it down? They said, remember they said something to calm it down.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Dude, listen, these dumb assholes. Listen to this.
What'd they say?
Of course, the land guy is Jake Rockwell.
Jake Rockwell.
And then you have Max Ray.
He was the other one.
Uh-huh. That sucks. Get out of here. Yeah, I guess remember they would like... I love the idea that it was always beamed down.
Right. The camera would kind of spin around him.
Yeah, and it'd go... Wow,
Yeah.
wow.
All right, strip. Strip. You want to try to do something about...
In the near future, Doc Terror and his cyborg companion hacker unleash their forces to conquer Earth. Only one force can stop this evil, a handful of brave men. In specially created exobrains, they can be transported
Exoframes.
They were
anywhere.
big
Fused with
figures,
incredible
too.
Assault weapon systems beamed down from the space station Skyvault, becoming man and machine.
No, remember they say power...
Extreme.
Extreme.
Oh, yeah.
Brilliant Sea Operations Commander.
Oh, man. That sub doesn't stand a
Jake
chance.
Rockwell, rugged land operations specialist.
Get him, Jake Rockwell.
Ace McCloud.
Yeah.
daring
Ace
air
McCloud, there he
operations
is.
expert.
But it's like... They always had, like... They had, like, the version that they came with, which was, like, a little wing and, like... A kind of cyber ass.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's like, why would you ever call down anything but your most obliterating...
Right. The
Yeah.
heaviest... Well, maybe that weapon, that has, like, a cooldown.
Yeah, there has to be some reason. They don't have enough... let's see, what would it be? Centuriite.
Yeah. The Exterminator is broken.
Well, yeah, I mean, that shit, you can't just beam that down from Skybolt or whatever
Yeah.
for free. It costs money. All right, I'm sorry. Okay, that was... I'm back
I
now.
think Street Fighter not having a Street Fighter mode is pretty funny.
Right. I think there's something to say there.
Yeah. It doesn't have arcade mode. That's the only mode I ever fucking play.
That's the only mode I know about.
It's the only mode I know about.
I call the arcade mode Street Fighter. I don't even call it arcade mode.
Yeah.
So you're saying that they released a Street Fighter without Street Fighter?
Yeah.
Street Fighter 5 doesn't have arcade mode?
Isn't that like... That's the only mode I know.
I love that mode.
I don't even know how else you would play it. Like, you would play against other people online. Are you fucking kidding me?
Oh yeah, because it's monstrous.
Yeah.
Oh man, I remember we played Mortal Kombat a couple times
Yeah.
online. And people had an opportunity to use their...
They're finishers.
Yeah. We were just like a pinata for them to hit.
To test their fatalities.
Yeah,
on.
well, livers and other organs came out.
Yeah.
But how do I don't even know what to do with it.
I don't even know what to fucking do with this thing.
Yeah, I mean, so right now, frame 2 is a good time for Tycho to come out and say that's the only mode I know about. I don't even call it arcade mode. I call it Street Fighter.
Well, just call it Street Fighter.
Yeah, exactly. So if we had something to fill out Gabe's line in the very first part, like with his confusion, then that would be a good panel.
Okay.
Right now, he intros with Street Fighter 5 doesn't have an arcade mode, which I will admit is a little work a day. But, every now and then one do as...
Sometimes you just got to get the information out.
Yes, exactly. That's one of my favorite modes.
Can't even find the character select. The opening menu feels like I'm trying to hack the UN.
I can't even find character selection. Hack the Federal Reserve.
Well, I would say UN because of all the worldwide stuff that's it's hooked into.
Arcade mode.
Or Federal Reserve is funny that too.
Well, yeah, but Gabe would never say that.
Yeah, that's true.
arcade mode is the only mode
I know.
I know about.
They
I don't
even
even call it arcade mode. I just call it Street Fighter. So they released Street Fighter without Street Fighter?
They released Street Fighter without any of the Street Fighter.
Without street fighting?
Without street fighting.
Yeah, it's like you're trapped. You're trapped in that menu. It's like a labyrinth. It's like the Minotaur's labyrinth.
Hey, too soon. David Bowie just died.
What?
David Bowie just died. He was in Labyrinth.
So we shouldn't say any words that are correlated with David Bowie.
Well,
Is that what's the rule?
He just died.
How long is that going to go?
I'm saying it's too soon. I don't know. You said it, and I felt the twinge of pain. I've been hurt. I deserve an apology.
Exactly.
You don't care about my mental health.
Well, I've been profoundly enriched by your mental illness. I can't think of any reason why I would have wanted some other way.
Yeah.
Hack the UN. Yeah, so basically, Gabe needs a response, or Tycho needs to finish his
So they
line.
released Street Fighter without any
Street fighting.
street fighting.
The Street fighting, or should I say Street Fighter?
I would say Street Fighter again. I like that.
Because that calls back from the second thing. You can fight on the streets.
Yeah.
I mean, the last thing he said was about the menu. I wonder if
He's still stuck?
if he's still imprisoned.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, no, I'm sure it's in here somewhere.
Maybe it's just hidden in here somewhere. Honestly, it could be in this menu somewhere and we just don't know.
I think you fight menus.
The hardest fight in this game is against the UI. Ho!
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 It's the main boss. Ho!
Ho!
Ho! Ho!
Ho!
It's the end boss. Ho!
Ho!
All right. It's the end boss. Ho!
Ho!
All right. Come back. No, I'm sure it's in there. We just...
I heard they're going to release it in a patch along with fireballs and hurricane kicks. All that stuff's coming.
No, we have to defeat M. Bison, where M stands for menu.
That's a stretch. I don't even know if you get a hoe for that one.
What? It's
No.
premium.
No.
This is great.
I'll give you a quick hoe. Ho.
I get the mini hoe?
Yeah, that's it.
Like the hoe bites?
Yep.
Like not even like the whole hoe. It's just like the
It's
hoe
fun.
bites.
You got the fun size hoe.
Gah. Gah.
Which I guess would be like a midget prostitute, but
I can't speak to that. There's a lot I don't know about it. I understand it's a very complex workplace.
Yeah. So they're gonna release it. They're gonna release it in a patch, along with Ken and Ryu.
It's not.
Want me to play this online against other humans?
Yeah. Against demons and devils. Yeah. The idea that they're looking into releasing arcade mode.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means.
Yeah.
Like,
It's pretty vague.
are you going to release it?
Capcom says they're looking into releasing an arcade mode.
What does that mean? I think it means no.
Yeah.
Usually that means no. Usually that means don't ask us about this for a while.
Well, I'm looking into refunds. Capcom says they're looking into releasing an arcade mode. So that means no, right? They're visualizing the conceptualization process.
Thank you, Bill Watterson.
Yeah.
You have continued to improve lives
Yep.
by giving us powerful linguistic tools to describe the ongoing nightmare of our lives.
Can you believe we almost have as many strips now as Calvin and Hobbes?
Are we going to have more? Because
he stopped, so yeah, we will have more.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying that he was doing like 7 a week too. Like he's got
Right. It took us longer to get there, I think.
right.
But we will surpass that. Yeah. Unless he comes out of retirement, I suppose.
Yeah, to defeat us.
Yeah.
That's what we need. Like that's Act 3. You know what I mean?
A battle against a super famous.
Well, yeah, against an entrenched foe.
Yeah. Capcom says they're looking into releasing arcade mode. Capcom says they're thinking about releasing an arcade mode. Then I'll think about playing their fucking game. Well, when they do that, I'll think about playing their fucking game. Is that good? Is there anything there?
There might be. Capcom says they're looking into. I feel like that is the. We've got that.
Since they're looking into releasing arcade mode. You got to go see Deadpool this weekend.
Easily done.
Okay. No question about it. Go see it.
Capcom says they're looking into.
Street Fighter without arcade mode is like Tomb Raider without tombs.
You just raid a bunch. Or just, without raiding.
That tombs are raiding.
Yeah, it could be. He just might continue, I guess.
Did you figure out the menu yet?
I did like that angle.
Yeah. Have you figured out the menu yet? I'm through the first firewall.
Yeah, I like it.
He's like,
I think that's funny, especially if he has the hacker look.
Yeah, he's hunched over.
Right. He's hacking it with a fighting stick.
He's sweating.
I love it.
Through the first firewall. Yeah, okay.
But when I cast the pot, it's like I cast the rod, keeping it hard like a motherfucker gas robot.
I'm reeling cod, today's fresh catch. I mean a podcast, something about nets.
Yes, it gets better when it's wetter. I'm fettered by my fish gear, catch and release. Get in that crease when my fish near.
Talk about a plant best laid off that stray. And yes, I crave that tuna with his peck fin splayed. But while I'm glistening from the whole sea, you better listen into TLC.
I got that wild caught salmon. It's tender and it's moist.
Downloadable content, a podcast of choice.